hard contact against Peterson tonight. What did you see?
Yeah, there's a few things there. The fastball, he's having a hard time, locating in the glove side. There's a lot of arm side misses. The changeup is kind of just floating in the strike zone. He's having a hard time seeing that fade. And then same thing with the slider. He's having, the sharpness, kind of like getting backdoor to the right-handed hitters. So yeah, it's one of those stretches where, back-to-back outings, and we'll got to go back, watch films, and make some adjustments.
When you talk about those three specific things, is that what you saw in his last outing as well?
Yeah, pretty much. Some of the hard contact against the Phillies, that's pretty much the case there. The slider kind of floating, the changeup staying there in the strike zone, and few of them up in the zone. And when he's good, he's able to get the changeup. He's able to get swing and misses with the slider. Have we seen it? Getting the ground balls, weak contact in the past couple of outings. Obviously, we haven't seen that.
Are you convinced he's healthy?
Oh yeah. That's the number one thing. The first thing, I check with Hef and then the trainers. Yeah, I think it's just more mechanics. Hef feels like they made some progress in the bullpen in between outings, but he wasn't able to translate to the game today. So they will continue to work on it. But as far as the health goes, he's fine.
Did you see him make any in-game adjustments after that second inning?
Maybe a couple of pitches there, but you saw the misses. Arm side. So in general, like felt like he was fighting. To kind of find that. The sharpness on the pitches.
What do you think of how Keller pitched tonight for Pittsburgh?
Good arm, mixed well, used all of his pitches. This is a guy that, the sinker, the fastball, but the breaking ball, the sweeper, the shorter slider, even like the first at bat of the game, 3-2 to Lindor, he executed a pretty nasty pitch. So overall, he got ahead. But what makes him who he is just his ability to mix and keep hitters off balance. And plus, he's got velo, too.
Did Nemo okay after the hit by pitch?
Who?
Nemo?
Yeah, he's fine.
Did Vientos' timing seem off at all to you tonight?
It's one game. The one thing, watching his at-bats in AAA, it looks like the timing was there. But again, one game, back at it tomorrow.
David Mendy talked about just kind of lack of command and sharpness with some of your stuff. What were you feeling and seeing out there tonight?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Didn't feel like I had my best command and wasn't able to execute some pitches, and they took advantage.
He also mentioned that Hefner said you guys did a lot of work in the bullpen in between starts, and he thought you made some progress there, but couldn't really take it over to the game. What alterations were you trying to make that, again, didn't really transfer tonight?
Yeah, I don't think it's really anything new. I think it's all stuff, that we kind of constantly check back in with. And, I didn't necessarily stay on line very well, and I got a little too rotational there in the third inning. And I think just, trying to square that away, and we'll work on it again.
You more... Is the hard contact or the walks more bothersome to you?
The walks. Just giving up free bases is not something we want to do, and it needs to get better.
Health-wise, we asked you that last time. Is everything okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You've obviously been so consistently good for 2 seasons now. When just a little stretch it turns, is that something that you can physically feel different, or is it just the stuff's not moving or doing what you want it to do?
Yeah, I look at it one start at a time, and I think it's about getting back to my good mechanics and feeling like I'm in the right spot. And I'll take what I need to do better and take what I did well from tonight and move on and prepare for the next one.
Mark, first came back. How'd it feel out there?
Felt good to be back. Felt good. Timing was a little off. I think that's a work in progress right now. But I saw the ball good. I felt good. Body felt good. So I feel like I took a step forward.
When you say your timing was a little off, generally how long does that take to get it back up here?
I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm in a good spot right now. I could say tomorrow I'll probably feel back to normal.
Just what made their guy tough.
He's a really good pitcher. I mean, like I said, he's a really good pitcher. He was locating. His fastball was on. He was mixing pitches, and he did his thing.